kidnapped captive. Okay, well, on October the 7th, it wasn't just the IDF. It was civilians who were being kidnapped by Hamas and taken back into the Gaza Strip. And on the fly, Candace, they ordered what was called a mass Hannibal directive.
Skylar, can you find that? Pull that up in Haaretz or Jerusalem Post, whatever it is.
That's right.
To show people this is all the stuff that your Western media will not cover. Right. But the Israeli press is telling you that the Hannibal directive was issued on October 7th. And so we are never going to know how many of the, 1,300 total victims on that day, which is absolutely terrible and abhorrent, how many were killed because they issued the Hannibal directive themselves. Right. Again, another thing that people don't know about that day or days after is the IDF was in receipt of an extensive plan to kidnap 200 Israelis. They ahead of time.
Oh, they had all the intel.
All of the intel.
Oh, yeah.
And what did Bibi Netanyahu do on that day that he is editing transcripts? What did he do on that day that would make you go, if this was the most terrible day, a day that we're going to live in infamy, wouldn't you want the public to see everything that happened? Right. And instead, we're now finding out that you're leaking false information about what happened that day. And our press is not covering it, which is disgusting. And it is just so morally contemptible that they will not cover this. They only want you to feel bad for Bibi Netanyahu. And I think he's a monster. I think he is a gangster. And shame on the Christians that support this man and use the Bible to justify the support of a man who is mass murdering children, mass murdering Christians all across the Middle East under the guise, and his own people, under the guise of fighting terror, when you can go back and clearly hear his language about what he says and what he's willing to do and how little respect he has for the Americans that worship him, that worship him.
Oh, it's absurd.